Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. We're back again with some LCS off-season coverage. Today we're talking about the latest and greatest news, rumors, speculation, all that stuff going on in the professional League of Legends scene. More specifically today, we're talking about TSM, their academy lineup, and some of the new big pickups that they have going on, because there's some exciting stuff to talk about, at least in my opinion, if you are a TSM fan. But before we get into that today, I just want to mention real quick, if you're not already subscribed, definitely click that subscribe button really quick. It's fast, it's free, it's easy, and it helps you stay up to date on all of my latest content. It helps me out a ton as well, obviously, and I would appreciate it. Recently, we hit 5,000 subscribers, and that is absolutely insane. That is so crazy. But hopefully we can keep it going. Hey, 6,000's next, 7, 8, 10. I don't know. We got big plans for 2021. So I would love if you were a part of that. Again, click subscribe really quick. Thank you so much. Here we go. TSM tweeted out, this is what, 45 minutes ago? We're pretty early on this story. Our 2021 LCS Academy roster is now complete. Introducing our new top, HAUNTZER, AD carry, codysun, and support codysun. And then they have this little article about the new moves. So codysun is going to be an import. I don't know as much about him, but the big news for me here is HAUNTZER and codysun. This is so exciting. These are two of the guys who I've been making videos the last couple of weeks. You guys can go back and look. I have been wanting them to go after HAUNTZER and codysun. I even had a codysun video like about a month, maybe even more ago, saying that codysun would be a great pickup for TSM. I think, one, codysun is still a young, very talented AD carry. Obviously, he's been in the scene. At this point, he's established. He's not, like, you know, unproven or anything. He's had some very good splits. He's had some meh splits, you know, some bad splits, borderline. But he's played on very good teams before. He has been a very great AD carry. Obviously, metas have changed. Years have changed. His teams have changed a lot. But I think he could be very good for TSM, because I still think he has a potential for a bright future ahead of him. I think codysun is really underrated, and I think if he gets a shot to prove himself in the right situation with the right lineup, he could be very good. And I think that this does make a lot of sense for TSM because they have Lost, obviously, as their new AD carry. And Lost, people are hyped up about him. People think he's going to be a beast. People think he's going to be very solid, especially with Sword Art. He is very unproven himself, and if he doesn't work out, you can still have a very serviceable, very reliable backup in codysun. And if codysun takes, you know, ending up in academy, being out of the LCS as a factor to motivate him, to push him to be even better, even stronger, this could be so exciting. This could be such an awesome opportunity for codysun. One, either just prove himself in academy, or two, for him to maybe work himself into the starting roster. And then he would be getting to lane with Sword Art. He would be getting to play with this exciting TSM team. And I really think having two very solid AD carries, they're both young, they're both, you know, progressing, they're both not very necessarily at the peaks of their career. I think it'll be great. It'll be great competition. It'll be great for scrimming. I think this is going to be an awesome environment. And then TSM is obviously still, I know people are going to say, oh, you have veterans in your academy team, codysun and HAUNTZER, but they're still developing for the future. HAUNTZER could potentially be a top laner on a future good team. codysun could potentially be the AD carry on a future good team. They still have Spica, they have Lost, they have Sword, they have all of these guys that they're developing throughout their main roster and their academy. It's not bad to have a mix of veteran talent. Like you see in professional sports, you need to have a good mix of veterans and young talent in your starting lineup, in your backups, in your reserves. That's not a bad thing. In the academy, players are going to be able to learn a ton from HAUNTZER, from codysun, about being a professional, about playing in big games, about winning big games, about what it takes to, you know, win in the LCS, to make it to the LCS. And then they're also going to be motivated to make it back to the LCS themselves. Because obviously some people are going to think codysun's better than Lost. Some people are going to think Lost is better. So there's going to be that constant push. And certain players thrive under that situation when they feel like they're constantly fighting for their job, when they feel like they're constantly having to prove themselves day in and day out. And that's going to make an awesome competitive environment. And I know that's what Bjergsen wants. I know he loves and thrives in that environment. And I think that's exactly what he wants for his team. So I love what they're doing that there, having two AD carries that can potentially both push each other. And by the end of the year, who knows who's going to be better? Maybe codysun sucks in academy and he doesn't work out. That's totally fine. They still have Lost. Maybe Lost doesn't work out. Then they're ready to go with codysun. I think it's going to be this great back and forth. And then pretty much the same exact thing with HAUNTZER up in the top lane. I'm a little bit more confident that Lost is going to be good than HAUNTZER. But obviously HAUNTZER has a much higher ceiling. But I do also think he has a lower floor. And I'm a huge fan of HAUNTZER. I think HAUNTZER is an absolute beast. I think it's an absolute, like, codysun not having a starting spot in the LCS, I can understand a little bit. He didn't look that great last year. And not that HAUNTZER looked that amazing either, but HAUNTZER is a beast. He is for sure a top 10 top laner in the LCS. So TSM being able to snag him as their backup, that is a huge pickup. Again, this is going to be great for scrims. TSM is going to have a legitimate academy lineup with Sword, HAUNTZER, codysun, codysun, and that's going to be so good for their main roster to be able to scrim against, to bounce ideas off of, to play against, to practice against. And then again, same thing in the top lane with HAUNTZER and HAUNTZER, being able to push each other in scrims, in practice, in training, bounce ideas off each other, talk about the game. It's going to be so awesome. I'm super excited to see HAUNTZER back with TSM. I loved him when he was on the team before. You know, I know maybe things didn't end super well. Maybe there was some bad blood a little bit, or some burnt bridges, some hard feelings, whatever. But at least they're on good enough terms to come back together to try it again and see what happens. Maybe HAUNTZER's learned from his mistakes. Maybe Bjergsen and Reggie feel that they didn't handle the situation perfectly either. Whatever it is, I think these two pickups are very exciting for TSM fans. Even though they're not super young guys, TSM is still going to have a junior team. They're still going to have like an amateur team to still be developing more talent. They're still going to have a young AD carry on there. They're still going to have a young top laner. So it's not like they're completely throwing away, you know, the future for some pickups now. But still, winning now is important. Having a solid top laner in the LCS this season is going to be important if this team wants to make it to Worlds. Having a solid AD carry this season is going to be important if this team wants to make it to Worlds. And HAUNTZER and codysun were two of the best available AD carries. I don't care that you know, you're going to say, oh, they should have won somebody young to develop. These are two of the best guys out there. TSM got better. I get it. Yes, their academy team got a lot better. That doesn't matter. I think TSM's main team got better by picking up HAUNTZER, by picking up codysun. And it's going to be really interesting to see how these players develop, how well they're able to bounce back from these past couple of years, and how TSM can train them and mold them to exactly the players they want to be. I mean, obviously, we know what we're getting with HAUNTZER a little bit. codysun kind of trying to redeem himself. I think the future's bright. I'm very excited about these two pickups. These are two pickups that I was asking for, and I'm very excited to see how they are going to work out. I love HAUNTZER being back with the team. I'm excited for codysun. But yeah, that's pretty much what I think about all this stuff, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about these pickups? Who should be starting for TSM? Should it be HAUNTZER or Huni? Do you think codysun or Lost is better? Any thoughts and opinions at all you guys have about any of these pickups, I would love to hear. Subscribe to stay updated on my latest content. Check me out over at Twitch, twitch.tv/I_am_germ. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.